What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka the Freaking 10, back again with another video. This time with a new band, Halo Effect and Days of the Lost. So this is a self-titled track off their album in 2022 of Days of the Lost. And so I have no clue what to expect from these guys. Somebody had requested Halo Effect, and so I looked up and I saw this one. I think was released like 5 months ago. And I was like, okay, cool. So with that being said, there is nothing left to do but switch it up and let's check it out. That looks cold. Okay, so let me go through these. Number one, this looks really freaking cold outside, so hats off to them. Hopefully the lights has kept them a little bit warm, but they look cold. So let's look at the lyrics. So the one thing I'll start with, right, is generally these bands where all the guy is doing is kind of has that growl / scream, kind of deep scraggle, whatever you want to call it, right? People call it multiple things. Those don't always appeal to me where that's the whole song, right? Because I enjoy the sense of their voice when you get into the harmonies and things like this. But this isn't bad. It's enough of a growl or scream, again, whatever you want to call it. But it's so well enunciated that sometimes, you know, I did a cover to something was Slaughter to Prevail, and they wouldn't let me post it. It was blocked. But the one thing I noticed is I was having a really hard time understanding what the guy was even saying. He was screaming the whole time. This one's different because you can understand it. I do miss the harmonies just because I am a vocal guy. But let's look at the lyrics because it's I don't know. I like it. But I'm not able to fully register why yet. To lean on the impossible is the failure of our dreams. The days of independence need revolutions to reveal. The fact, the word, the undenied, take a shot at the lies. The way, the eyes, the nondescript, given into muted relief. Failed to the form, fit into the norm. Now I see you standing all by yourself there in silence. I see you're all to yourself, and these are the hours. These are the days, these are the hours, these are the days of the lost. So this goes back to, and I just recorded the Sabaton Night Witches, right, where there was a whole rhyme scheme of multiple places. This one is not, right, but it tells this story, and it's talking about, you know, these are the days of the lost. To lean on the impossible is the failure of our dreams. The days of independence need revolutions to reveal. Right? Need time to reveal. With the revolutions of the earth is where I would interpret it. The fact, the word, the undenied, take a shot at the lies. So even though you throw in some, you know, undenied and lies, which, you know, depending on how you pronounce it, you could kind of tie them together with the eyes type of sounding. But they don't necessarily do that, right? Because then the way, the eyes, the nondescript give into the muted relief. There's not a real rhyming scheme here. But with the way they're putting the song together, it's not needed. So it's just another variation of how some lyricists go in and write it. And again, I go back to what I've said in multiple videos. If you can take a song, strip the music, and read it at an open mic of a spoken word gathering, you have an effective song that you could put to music and get its point across. And that's what I think this one kind of falls into for me. So let's keep going. I like the music too. So I'm going to stop it, and I don't like to stop in solos, and I'm actually going to rewind it a little bit so to let that replay. I want to listen in again closely. So you saw me kind of holding my headphones in, and that was, I was trying to detect if they were doing a kind of melody with that chorus or vocalized harmonies, I should say. Because it's almost like I could hear it. So I'm going to restart the solo because I don't like stopping during solos without, because that's just a disrespect to the musician. But I had to because I swore that I was hearing that. And if they did it that way with his voice, the way he's doing it, that's really cool. But let's keep going. Cool camera work with the black and white. Brilliant music. Okay, I want to go back for a second to the beginning. I need to listen to this real quick. They did. I got good with clicking there. I just want to hear this part again. They did. Yeah. Very well done. Okay, that's very cool. So they've added, I'm not sure. You know, if they went higher, I can't tell if they did a higher, lower, or both. Yeah, they did a vocal harmony there. And I'm thinking, I think they did that on multiple choruses, but to take that and his voice with the unique sound of it and then harmonize that piece of it, at least in the music I've listened to, that's the first time I've heard that part be vocalized like that. Where, you know, you kind of catch it, but you're unsure. But the way they do that in the chorus, and then here at the end, yeah, that's very cool. So let's go back through the final verse here. In the end, what stands to reason, like the pillars to uphold, must be a universal, indivisible line. Fall to the form, fit into the norm. Now I see you standing all by yourself, there in the silence. I see you're all to yourself. These are the hours. These are the days. These are the hours. These are the days of the lost. And they repeat that. So I won't just read it over and over. So, you know, when I look at this, right, and you really only got maybe three sets, they kind of all, I mean, you've got the first one where you've got to lean on the impossibles, the failure of our dreams, the days of independence need to revolutions to reveal. Then the fact, the word, the undefined, the denied, take a shot at the lies, the ways, the eyes, the nondescript, give in to muted relief. And then the other line is, in the end, what stands to reason, like pillars to uphold, may be a universal, indivisible line. The rest is the repeat of the chorus, and these are the day, or excuse me, now you see you standing all by yourself, there in the silence. So from a lyrics perspective, it's not one that's heavily versed. What I mean by that is you don't have, you know, a standard flow of verse 1 chorus, verse 2 chorus, verse 3 chorus, right? And they kind of fit those first ones in. The first two are right back to back. And then they throw in a chorus, then they throw in the third, and then they throw in the chorus repeated a couple of times. But this is it's a really catchy tune. And I think that's what makes this one enjoyable, is not only like the vocal harmonies where they did it with his voice, which was really cool, but also just the music itself. That was a great hook. The melody is great. You know, their switches was great. Switches were great from kind of that metal sound to, you know, kind of that grunge a little bit with, you know, where he really gets in that deep growl / scream. And it kind of went heavier at that point. And then they kind of switched back and pulled it back for the chorus again. So, I mean, everything was perfectly executed on this. I'm surprised that I haven't had more requests for these guys. This was pretty good. I'm interested to hear some of their other stuff. So, yeah, let me switch it up. I'll give my final thoughts. You know, whenever I listen to a new band, there's several things that I look for that will get me hooked. And I kind of started off with this one going, okay, when is he going to sing? And being a lyricist and a vocalist, that's just something I like hearing. But when he didn't, you know, my first thought was, okay, here we go. Let's just listen to him, you know, scream for 3 minutes. But then as he went through and they worked in that vocal harmony of it, that was really cool. And that's, again, from what I can remember, I don't think they did that with Spirit Box. I don't think they've done it with Ginger, or any one of the others that I've listened to with that have harmonized that part of the voice. So to me, that's cool. That's unique. The music was really cool. So, I mean, this to me was really a really good experience for the opening reaction to Halo Effect. So I definitely, you know, if you've got more songs by them you want me to hear, let me know in the comments section. I'll be sure to check those out. So with that being said, as usual, I'll give my shameless little plug here. If you like the video, hit that like button, leave me a comment. If you like the content that I'm putting out, please hit that subscribe button. That just lets me know as a content creator that what I'm putting out is something you're enjoying. The support right now has been amazing. I'm loving it, watching our community grow and grow as I continue to watch it, over the weeks, months, and years to come. Who knows how big this will get? But for right now, with our community that we've got, I am absolutely loving it with comment sections and everything. So please keep them coming. I appreciate it greatly. So that's going to close this one out from me from Just 10 More Minutes on the first reaction ever to Halo Effect. This was really cool. I almost want to go back and watch it again just because I really like that vocal harmony that they did with his voice. That was definitely unique and really cool. But with that being said, my friends, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and certainly don't ask for 5. If someone asks you to stop what you're doing, always ask for just 10 more minutes. I'm JTMM. I'm out.